So, lads, Paige Bueckers is a player who has been honestly good. She's been good as a rookie. I'm not going to say she's been disappointing, and I think you could maybe make the only way you can say she's been disappointing is if you're like trying to basically say that she's been disappointing in a way that she's a year older than Caitlin, and people said she was better than Caitlin already. Like she is, I'm pretty sure she's like amongst players in the top 10 of assists. Definitely she's top in assist to turnover ratio, which again is easy when you only pass the ball laterally. She's like top, I think she's like fifth or sixth in assists per game. She's doing well. She's done really, really well. And Paige has been out a couple of games with a concussion from a shoulder to the face that was only called as a common foul. From Courtney Vandersloot. What would be a red card in rugby was called as a common foul in the WNBA. WNBA where violence happens. But obviously, we're looking at this right here. Paige Bueckers' shooting practice participation amid injury speaks volumes. So this obviously is from Sports Illustrated right here. And obviously, when speaking to the media one day later, Chris Coughlin has explained how Bueckers landed in concussion protocol by saying, she didn't really say anything. Then yesterday after the game, she said she's feeling like she had a headache. And then Beck said a couple of things about I was hit this time and that time, and so that was the first of it. Once they said that, they put her straight into concussion protocol. She's still sidelined as of June 5th with no clear timeline when she might return. However, there was some good news stem from Thursday practice as it pertains to how the 23-year-old's feeling. Obviously, it says here, Paige Bueckers jumped at a rehab band as soon as they mentioned a shooting contest and ran down to join her team. She hit the final two shots at two different stations. Like, I think a lot of people are, like, they're saying it's a positive thing. It's out there as a positive thing if, that she's there getting shots up. And look, I think she's okay, but concussions are real. Concussions are real. They are very, very real, and they can be very scary. I don't know if they are always scary, but they can be scary. However, if you guys saw, Paige Bueckers, a few minutes after this article was released, Underdog WNBA came out with a statement that Paige is actually ruled out for tomorrow night's game with concussion. So, who are the Wings playing tomorrow? The Wings are playing. So today is the Valkyries against the Mercury, the Liberty against the Mystics. Should be two games that are given. But they're playing the Sparks. If they lose to the Sparks without Paige, they're 1-8 on the year. And they unfortunately do not have a Caitlin Clark system ready to go and come back from being 1-8. And the Fever weren't even. Were they 1-8? They were 1-8 last year. They went 2-8 though. And also, like, to act like the Wings haven't played the Sky twice. Their win was against Connecticut. So it's like, it's a tough one. It is going to be a tough one without Paige. And Paige is not 100% yet to be back in the court. WNBA's return a process requires steps and timelines met. The average number of games missed for concussion is around 4 and usually 2 weeks. She's not cleared to return. And again, a lot of people thought, okay, yeah, she's fine after 2 games, which means does not seem to be the case. It does not seem to be the case. And it's just a real pity when it comes to Paige Bueckers, who's been good, who's been by far the best player for Dallas. Like, she is Dallas's best player by 100 miles. Like, I don't think there's an argument there who Dallas's best player is. And the funny thing is she doesn't even have an Aaliyah Boston, where, even though I don't think there's a question who the best player in the Fever is, where I think you can still make a good faith argument that Aaliyah Boston is better than Caitlin Clark. I think the reasons why most people make that argument are dumb, but I think you can just about make a good faith argument for Aaliyah Boston over Caitlin Clark. You can't make a good faith argument for Arike over Paige Bueckers. If you're making that argument, you just don't know ball. You just don't know ball. But yeah, it's going to be a real tough one, because obviously this game's really important. This is a game that the Sparks are going to be. The Sparks need to win. Kia Jackson's back. And the Dallas Wings are lucky in the fact I think Geisel Soder's still there. But like in about a week's time, the Dallas Wings are losing both of their centers. Geisel Soder is playing for she's going to play with Germany, and like what's her name? He's T.R. McCowan's gone to play with Turkey. So both of those players are gone. And it genuinely seems to be a case where the Wings could go bad quick. The Wings could genuinely go bad quick. And this is a team that I understand they're not in the running for a championship, but like this is a team that was meant to be a playoff team. And you're already looking at them with the same record as the Sun right now. Well, you have the worst record technically in the Sun, but like let's be real, the Wings have a better chance of winning games than the Sun do against a team that's going to be hungry to get into the playoffs in the Sparks. Like I still give the Sparks a puncher's chance because I think the Valkyries are going to fall, especially losing Janelle Salon and losing a few other players. So I think the Valkyries are going to fall to maybe into the 9, 10, 11, or maybe into the 10, 11. The Fever, ironically, are now better than the Mystics. So the Mystics, by the way, the Mystics have won 1 of their last 6 games. It was against the Fever. So anyone saying the Mystics are good, they started off, they've won 1 of 6, and they're not good. So the Mystics are going to fall, I think, out of that top 8. I think the Valkyries are going to fall. I think it's going to be between the Sparks and the Sky for that last spot. And the fact is, with the Paige Bueckers concussion, it means the Wings have even less of a chance than was previously thought, which is again, it is a little bit disappointing. It is a little bit disappointing because I was hoping to see Paige maybe miss 2 games and be back. And like she hasn't done any practice yet. They're not going to send her into a game after not practicing with the team. So I just want to see when the Wings' next game is. So she's not playing Friday. And like if the Wings are playing schedule, where is it? So the Wings are obviously they're playing Friday, where tomorrow she's not there. And then the next game after that, the Wings are playing the Lynx. And they're not going to beat the Lynx even if she's there. But they're playing the Lynx on Sunday. She's not going to play that Lynx game. He's likely not going to play that Lynx game. Thankfully, their game after that is against the Mercury. Probably no Alyssa Thomas. And on Wednesday, she's probably going to be back for that Wednesday game. But Paige being out 4 games is absolutely not an ideal scenario for the Dallas Wings, who actually are decent when Paige Bueckers plays. Like, they're actually a pretty decent team when Paige is on the floor. However, when Paige is not on the floor, this team is like laughably bad. They are horrific when Paige Bueckers is off the floor, for being honest. They're absolutely horrific. But anyway, yeah. That is the video, lads. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys think the Wings have a shot with Paige? Do you guys think it's just a matter of time that Paige comes back and the Dallas Wings go and win? Or do you guys think that no, that's it. That's it. The Dallas Wings are absolutely finished and they might as well just stop playing for the season. Let me know what your opinion is in the comment section below. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.